everybody. It's me, Timmy Flyers Guy, and welcome to the Orange and Black recap. This will be the last recap. Not the last recap. It's the last recap before Christmas. Last night, the Philadelphia Flyers faced off against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Pittsburgh got the first goal very quickly in that first period. And then the Flyers tied it up as Igor Zamula got the first goal for the Flyers in that game. Shortly after that, it was all Pittsburgh Penguins, as the Penguins got a 4-1 lead in the first period. They go into the second period. The Flyers show some fight in the second period, as Noah Cates gets the second goal for the Philadelphia Flyers. And then after that, it's Sean Couturier who gets the third goal for the Philadelphia Flyers. Flyers are in good shape, but Pittsburgh answers back in the last minute of the period. There's a 5-3 lead for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Flyers go into the third. They're showing some fight. They pull the goalie for the extra attacker. But Pittsburgh is able to cash in on the empty net at 6-3. Pittsburgh. And then the referee, who is a sociopath, gives the Pittsburgh Penguins a power play. They score on it at 7-3. And by the way, Alexei Kolosov started the third period. Now, I got a lot to say about this loss. A lot of people may blame the goaltender for the loss, but I kind of think the defense and the players in front of Sam Ersson really let Sam Ersson down last night. They really let him down last night. And it's been a theme. In that game against Columbus, which the Flyers ironically won, there were some defensive breakdowns with Jamie Drysdale a couple of times with Sam Ersson. So last night, those goals, I don't blame Sam Ersson for those goals last night. I really think this team forgot how to play in front of Sam Ersson. Because Sam Ersson, he's been back for a while, but the Flyers still, I really think they forgot how to play in front of Sam Ersson. They forgot how to do it because they were so used to playing with Kolosov and Fedotov most of the time. When Ersson came back, the Flyers forgot how to play in front of him. It's almost like the memory of how they played in front of Ersson. It seems that they lost all memory of how they used to play in front of Sam Ersson. I mean, it happens. I mean, when you have a goalie that goes down to injury, and then he's replaced by another goalie, the team gets used to playing with that particular goalie. And when the main goalie comes back, there is some rust. Defense forgets how to play in front of them, which contributes to the rust of the goalie. So that's what I'm thinking. This was a tough loss. Flyers showed some fight, but it just wasn't. It wasn't enough. This was the equivalent. This was the equivalent of getting a. This is the equivalent of getting I don't know. Well, this game is like. This game is like. I gotta tell you, this game was like you want. This game was like, you know how you want, like, say you're a '90s kid. Say you're a, 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 say you're a '90s kid, and you want a Super Nintendo for Christmas. Instead, your parents get you one of those. You get one of those for Christmas. You get one of those electronic Tiger. You get one of those Tiger electronic handheld games. That was like. This game was like, because it was so exciting. Because this game was the equivalent of wanting a Super Nintendo for Christmas. And then getting one of those Tiger electronic handheld games. That's what this felt like. It really did, but honestly, this Flyers team, they look a lot better. Even when they're losing, this team is still fun to watch. Even when they're losing, this team is still fun to watch. And I really think that they are headed into the right direction. I really do. They're going to have some bumps in the road. Last night was a bump in the road. And like I said, in my pregame report, the Flyers should not underestimate the Pittsburgh Penguins. Even though Jarry has not played well, still, I really think the Flyers underestimated the Pittsburgh Penguins last night, and that contributed to the loss last night. I really think the Flyers might have been a little overconfident going into this game, and that's probably what cost them the victory tonight. And if you go into games overconfident, bad things are bound to happen. So that's what I think. I think the Flyers were a little too overconfident. They thought this was going to be a walk in the park. And it was more like getting dental surgery on your teeth. That's what it was like. It was like going to the dentist and getting your teeth drilled. And like I said, this was a tough loss. I know it was a tough loss, but we can't get down on ourselves as a fan base. Flyers cannot let this loss deter their determination, their passion, and their heart. They can't let this get to them. And I know it's been a tough go for them this season. I mean, they started out slow, but they've gotten better. But they have been having some bumps in the road so far this season. They just got done getting past a 3-game losing streak, only to conquer it and then lose a game right after that. I'm not worried about this team. My opinion on Sam Harrison is he's going through a little bit of a rough patch right now. The defense has not been performing up to par in front of Harrison. So I think that Sam Harrison is just going through something right now. But I think that he will conquer this. He will get better. And the defense will play better in front of him. Because I know John Tortorella is probably telling the team, hey, you need to play better in front of the goalie. You need to play better in front of your goaltender. You need to protect your goaltender more. And that's what the Flyers have not been doing in these last games. A lot of these goals that Harrison gave up were due to defensive breakdowns and defensive mistakes and turnovers. Flyers need to work on that. They need to work on that. And also, they really need to work on their face-offs. They've been losing too many defensive face-offs as of late. They need to work on that. They also really need to work on that power play. I think Rocky Thompson is not the answer. I don't think he is a competent power play coach. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's a good power play coach. That's just how I feel about that. And if you're going to have the same power play coach for 2 years and have the same power play for 2 years, or about 3 years, it's time that Rocky Thompson has to go. Flyers need to get a different power play coach. A more creative power play coach for this team, because the power play has not been working. I will be talking more about this at the end of the year. I'll be doing a Flyers year in review video for 2024, and I will be discussing some of the improvements. I'll be discussing some of the things the Flyers need to work on, and I'll be discussing a lot of things in my 2024 Flyers year in review, which will be on probably around New Year's Eve. So that'll probably be around New Year's Eve when I talk about the Flyers year in review 2024 video. Guys, thank you for joining me. I won't see you until Saturday when the Flyers face off against the Anaheim Ducks. That'll be a 4 p.m. game. I will have pre-game coverage on the Orange, Black and Purple pre-game report, along with pre-game coverage of the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, Roseberry Scranton Penguins game, and also the Reading Royals Worcester Railers game as well. I'm Timmy Flyers Guy, and this has been the Orange and Black Recap. Now that we're going on a break, let's just forget. I'm going to shake off this loss. I'm going to celebrate Christmas. And I will be back on the 28th. Guys, thank you for joining me. Let's go Flyers. Merry Christmas happy holidays. Happy holidays. And happy almost New Year. See you on the 28th.